The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First play, Watson to the air. Going out wide, finds Chubb. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Watson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Landry now on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Winston. He's going to air one out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off of play action, it's Watson. Out to his left. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Christmas Eve here in 2022, a big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland First. The Browns at 8-6 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 2nd and 11 now, Watson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Watson now to throw. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Sponge, no. 56 Mike.
2nd down and goal. Watson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They call it a loss of a yard there. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the curve. 59. 56.
Now it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pettis now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw is Watson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
After the interception, here's Watson. Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. And he is going to lose yardage here. Throwing again on second down. Watson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Jameis to throw it. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, his throw incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Winston. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Wide open, Amari Cooper. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play. They keep it with Smith on 1st down. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that.
He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st down, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Right back to Njoku. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Smith up the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd and 4. Kamara try the right side and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Smith, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pettis now from his end zone. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
You got nothing. 56 the mark, boys. 56.
Back to throw, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It got his man complete. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Jackson, 81 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. York on now for the extra point.
And that makes it a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it again with Smith. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
81 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. They'll try the right side here with Smith. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 5 now. Winston. And this is Cook with a grab. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Coming left is Kamara. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A 10th carry for Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A handoff to Smith. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Browns drive about to get started. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. David Onyemata there on the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and 5 now. Watson. Quick slant completes into Njoku. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Faking the give, now Watson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And Jameis. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pettis now from his end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
On 1st and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He gets it complete to Jackson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting that. After him, and they tighten down on the receivers and force the incompletion.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara.
And down to the 41. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. From the 41, Winston. Incomplete, right side to Cook.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Again, it's Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. His kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Saints,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.